Hi, my name is Jace Takia of Eclipse Effect Events, and we also have Natalie with us of Aloha Bridal Connections. How's it going, Natalie?
Hello. Thank you for having me.
And Natalie, since you're a wedding planner, if you don't mind sharing some tips on how to save money for your wedding.
Most important factors, number one, come down to picking your guest count wisely. Everyone has heard this, everyone knows this, but ultimately the cost factor from how many rentals you need to consider to how many mouths you have to feed, that is the true determination of where your budget will go. The way that we see it, and especially after COVID and the scope of expectations of couples and payments and all these things, is unless you're about to hand that individual or guest $250 in cash, they're probably not the best guest to invite. Average costs for weddings are rising, and that is one really important factor and a way to create the tangibility of what it will cost you. So keeping guest count in mind is important, and maybe eliminating those plus ones. Weekdays are underestimated for planning. Friday through Sunday events cost an average of 10% more in the long haul. And if that 10% margin is something that can really levy where your money goes, then definitely consider it. I feel like even especially local couples are hesitant to consider weekdays, but I think there's a few important factors to consider. I mean, number one, those who want to celebrate with you will celebrate with you, no matter what, whatever day, whatever time, etc. Hey, maybe if that does inevitably cut down your guest count, it somewhat lowers your budget in the end, and maybe you can still extend those invitations without the huge turnout. Everyone has different priorities when it comes to celebrating, and that's something to consider.
One thing I noticed that venue spaces tend to give a little bit of a discount on the weekdays too, because they're trying to fill up those event spaces on those slower times, which is, of course, those weekdays compared to the weekends.
Venues, vendors, it's a great way to go ahead and save. Repurposing. Ceremony to reception is a common realm where you can save a little bit of money, whether it's using florals from the ceremony itself and repurposing them to the reception. Certainly having reception plans for flowers, but then making it work for your ceremony too. I mean, vice versa in both ways. Also rentals and such. I mean, whether it's using the same chairs if you're at an estate property, or really decor in all realms. I like to think of repurposing as also considering buying secondhand from whether it's other brides, buying from friends, borrowing. At the end of the day, as long as your decor is balanced and, adds a little extra something to the event, however you get your hands on it is a way to really save. So I do have a bonus tip, and it's a selfless plug, but hiring a coordinator is hands down a great way to save money. It might be counterintuitive thinking that you're spending a little bit of extra money for some organization, but truthfully, with navigating hidden costs with vendors, to negotiating discounts, to foreseeing extra budget spending, to even just guiding you with educated decisions as to where your money is going, all of those realms can save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Overall, alongside the stress release and the overall scope of what a coordinator can do for the day, the value goes way beyond monetary.
If you like videos just like this one, check us out on YouTube at Eclipse Effect Events. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And thanks for joining us today.